Amid the splendor of one of London's finest casinos, some big players are sitting down at the table to test themselves in one of the most competitive games in the poker calendar. Welcome to Les Ambassadeurs Club, and welcome to the Party Poker Big Game. The sun is starting to creep its way above the London skyline, but day or night means nothing to those sat here at the table. They've immersed themselves in a highly charged game of poker. So far, only two have fallen by the wayside, and the only two women at the table have dominated.
The 8 seats around this table have been like a merry-go-round. Some have been busted out, some left with a handsome profit, and some have just been voted off by their fellow pros.
If you call, I'll show you the nuts, and if you fold, I'll show you a bluff. You trick me.
I'm so mad now. I'm on Tilden. It's only the 4th hand.
I just want action.
The big game started with a star-studded cast, including WSOP bracelet winner Jennifer Tilley, cash game player Dusty Schmidt, internet whiz kid Isaac Haxton, WSOP bracelet winner Robert Williamson III, high-stakes player Viffer, outspoken online hotshot Luke Schwartz, former Irish Open champion Neil Channing, and top female pro Lawrence Grandine. It started so well for both Jennifer Tilley and Lawrence Grandine, who have been winning the lion's share of the cash.
Yes, yes! I'm a genius! Oh, I killed a Viffer monster.
But it is Viffer who is the most aggressive player at the table. He's been involved in the majority of the hands and has been locking horns with Luke full flush Schwartz.
I'm not folding.
I'm not beating anything though, still.
And for Luke Schwartz, he's just done about 20 grand in that pot.
Only beating a bluff.
The biggest news is the new twist in this cash game, an eviction every few hours. And as the votes were counted for our first eviction, came down to Schmidt and Schwartz.
I can confirm that leaving the game next is seat number 2, Dusty Schmidt.
With Dusty Schmidt heading off into the night, in came Justin Bonomo. In he came to relentless action. Wow, Viffer has put him to the test time and time again.
Show me the better hand.
After taking countless pots off the most aggressive player around the table, Jennifer Tilley decided it was time to cash in her chips.
And I just saw Viffer had reloaded. He was just waiting for that moment because he can tell when I turn. And then he's like, give me my money back.
It was left to GUKPT winner Sam Trickett to take up the challenge. His arrival was quickly followed with the exit of Lawrence Grandine. Players come and go of their free will, but for some, there's no escaping the threat of eviction. Player power has its say every 6 hours in this 48-hour marathon. It's a constant threat that hangs ominously over this table. Only the most aggressive and the most recently arrived escape the vote.
I get in there and mix it up, so I have a feeling that I won't have any problem with the eviction notices.
Evictions aside, there's a game going on that has captured the imagination of the poker world. Plenty of ups and downs, plenty of drama, and plenty of tension. Lawrence Grandine has just left the table with $20K profit. Sam Trickett's solid start, nearly $4K in profit. Robert Williamson III, the only other player to show a profit at £3,500. The losing players sitting around the table include Schwartz, with a slight dent in his stack, Haxton, Bonomo, and Channing. But the man feeling the pain at the moment is the most aggressive player, Viffer, down by nearly £20,000.
The poker news add some momentum to the game.
What's that been doing to the game? Has it been building big pots?
Pretty big. Yeah. Always does.
Pretty big.
No one's took
Took it down pre-flop though, right?
Tilly did.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, you raised and folded to a re-raise, right?
Raise up to 300. Fold. Fold.
Viffer coming in under the gun with 6-8.
Fold.
And it just looks like it's Justin had the ace-5 of spades, he's folded.
Fold.
Oh, Robert's gonna he gets the Cowboys again.
raise up to 1,050.
Wow, he's really sticking there with this 3-betting thing.
Third time he's had the
Right.
2 kings.
Sooner or later, he's figured I'm going to get on with these.
Well, Viff is open under the gun, so he's really hoping he has...
No,
But we know Viffer likes to see a flop.
Well, there is. It feels like a coincidence. Viffer's saying he cannot have a big hand
Yes,
every.
here we go. He's finally see the 4-bet bluff.
Yeah.
And all in, and now he has to call.
He just couldn't. He just could not stand it
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
You cannot have that every time.
Yeah, and now Viffer's committed himself.
You calling?
Yes. That's the Viffer we know and love.
Was that a call?
They're all.
Yeah, he has called, and
So Williamson's styles worked out perfectly.
and you know what? Robert Williamson III. Say what you like. He came in here with 5,000 and is now 83% to be looking at 17.5 strong. Huh?
He wants this over.
He's done it his way, and his way has worked perfect.
Yep. It does help when you get pocket kings 3 times and pocket aces a couple of times, but that's a pretty good flop for 2 kings.
I mean, you know, chapters 1, 2, and 3, and how to turn a toothpick into a forest.
Is the turn going to be a 7 to give him some sweat? He's got a couple of outs, but I think he'll take it.
Exactly, a couple.
Hold the deck now after this.
No. And Robert doubles up.
They want
Is Viffer feeling
board.
kind of sick right now? Jeez, I just doubled up the tightest player at the table with kings.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Yeah.
So, Robert Williamson III doubles up, but there is still an empty seat at this table, soon to be filled by the larger-than-life Phil Laak.
The table's been playing with 1 empty seat, but that continues no longer as we welcome Phil Laak to the table.
Larger-than-life Phil Unabomber Laak has taken numerous titles, including Poker After Dark and the World Open Crown. A live cash game that demands stamina and concentration is his real strength.
It's like a mental war where there's no weapons except your brain, fighting with probability curves. It's beautiful. Anyone can do it, but you do need to train. You can't just get into, a jiu-jitsu match with a grandmaster and expect to last more than 3 seconds.
100 started.
What's that song called you
I'm going slow. I only got 30-something hours more, baby. Downhill stretch.
Call.
Thing that's going on with every player.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Call.
You know, I think that whole thing
Call.
with Isaac being tired was a complete hoax.
Yes, I would like,
He's found his second wind.
300. Call.
So finally Viffer wakes up with a big hand here. The pocket queens, and Channing has a big hand,
Call.
and he's just smooth called with 2 10s.
I don't know how he's...
Bit surprising that, but he is pretty deep, and that's brought in Williamson.
And it's also the beauty of how Channing avoids going broke in these pre-flop.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's going broke on a low flop like this. Now this is a flop Channing is never folding.
Check.
Oh no, why does Viffer check here?
Why does he check?
Does he check? But Channing will bet here. It's a very safe card for Channing.
Did Viffer check because he doesn't think he can ever get 3 streets of value?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. It seems very bizarre because, you know, his image is going to get him paid off. Is he raised? No, he's looking very... He doesn't look like he wants this pot.
And, I mean, someone's gonna bet this river.
Oh, wow. Channing hits his 2 outer. And now he does. Now we regret not re-raising pre-flop.
Well,
how much does he bet? That's the thing.
This pot should be so big right
now.
Yeah,
should be a lot bigger than 2,500.
But maybe it should be really
1400.
And Viffer's not beyond raising here,
Nah,
is
he could definitely raise. Viffer could definitely raise. He's got 2 queens in his hand as well, which blocks Channing having queen jack. So yeah, I think he's going for the raise. Was it another 3,000?
Raise.
Yeah. And Channing is feeling on
3,600.
Yeah. Now Channing has to think, how much do I re-raise here?
Wow.
But I think
kind of like the way Viffer's played this hand, and he's going to get his tail handed to him, isn't he?
I don't like the way he's played the hand.
You think he's supposed to?
He should have bet the flop.
And then bet the turn.
Bet the turn, and then probably bet the river. I mean, he probably would have lost the same. But the raise on the river seems. If you're going to call the turn, I think you have to call the river, because what are you value raising? That's the thing. You're putting yourself in a spot where if Channing makes this.
Re-raise.
I did raise this hand.
Now he has to fold. Your hand's as good as a pair of 2s. You can't be.
8,600.
You can't be any hand now.
Yeah, but
what can pocket queens beat? Nothing.
Yeah, but is this that situation again where he's played his hand so trickily?
No, not at all. No, not given how the river's played.
What you get for value betting, right?
No, he has to fold this because he's raised a river, so he's kind of saying, I've either made a straight or I've got 10s in my hand myself. So for Channing to make a 4-bet on the river with worse than 2 queens, he's just not doing it.
And I don't mind sticking it all in with.
These are tough decisions, tricky decisions.
I don't feel bad.
I don't think it's as tricky as
easy then.
It's easy,
but tougher when you've been up for 2 days.
I gotta say, I've seen so many poker players.
Give him a chance.
I've seen so many poker players curse out the dealers. I've never seen.
Oh, I think he's calling.
That was the first. That takes balls.
Yeah,
but they're sitting on the other side laughing at me.
Yeah, he's called.
That's about right.
That's a very bad call.
You worked hard for it.
You worked so hard.
But it's an excellent raise by Neil. And he's played that hand very well.
Look at that little smirk. He's been sitting there all the time. This is Neil Channing. As soon as the crows came out, as soon as the howlers came out, here he is.
That puts him in
back even.
Yep.
Cutting edge. That was cutting edge.
The tiger, isn't it a little bit more current than that?
That was the kind of thing
I could come out like Rocky, wearing boxing gear. Great.
Dressing gown.
Then I had to wear the damn outfit the whole time.
You know, somebody does have to come out to Eye of the Tiger before this game is all
really
over.
was I wanted.
Sorry, but? So, 1, 3, call.
Viffer has the 2 kings.
Call.
Well, I'll tell you what Viffer is.
Luke's in with the 5-6 of diamonds. Channing's in. Williamson's in with Queen Jack.
I like to spar. I can't take a shot anymore.
Call.
No muscle, no tone.
Laak's in with Jack 8 of hearts.
5 players.
Channing's in with Ace 3.
Maybe a dozen, like that. You wouldn't really think it. Surrender is actually.
Surrender's the black belt?
And
his brother.
everybody
like
just
one
coming
of
in.
the best
Viffer,
variety.
you wouldn't have begrudged him. Someone's making a little 3-bet, but he couldn't grab it.
Well, I don't think a player's going to 3-bet someone who's just done 20 grand. But wow, this is a massive flop for Phil Laak. This and for big flop for Robert Williamson, and of course Viffer with the overpair. I think we're all going to be seeing the chips go in for Viffer.
900.
Well, Viffer's only got like 5 grand back.
Channing, Schwartz is called with 6 high.
That makes a little bit more sense.
What? I'm a bit surprised by that call.
Sort of a weird float, huh?
Very strange against a guy who's short stacked, and of course Phil Laak's raising his straight flush draw, and Viffer will be getting it all in, and we're gonna
still fold, boys.
Oh yeah, it's you. We remember what you were like.
So
gotta think this will be the end of RW3, right?
125.
No, he'll be folding.
Yeah.
But Viffer, oh sorry, yeah, I thought you meant as in him going all in.
6,125.
So Laak's put in a massive raise here. Williamson will be folding his Queen Jack, and Viffer will certainly be going all in. and that will see the end of Luke, and we're virtually going to be flipping a coin for about £10,000.
Yeah, if Viffer were deeper, he probably wouldn't be crazy about sticking a lot of money in it, especially right against Laak, right?
Yeah, yeah, true. But with his stack size and the fact he's just lost a big pot, there's no way he's ever folding. So here we go.
I'm pretty tired.
But does he have only 4? It looks like he has a bit more than 4,000 there.
Like right now, he's probably kind of expecting he's behind, right? I mean, this is Phil Laak. I mean, Phil plays. Everybody knows Phil can play kind of crazy, but when he sticks the big money in, his reputation is that he'll have it.
But
right?
I can't. Yes, but he'll also have a lot of the times he'll have draws in this spot, and he has the King of Hearts, and he has a backdoor straight draw. I can't ever see him folding this hand.
I didn't show
Because he also does have Luke behind as well, but...
I saw Phil's cards. You got to expose. Give me chips, yes.
I'm going to show my hand.
Okay, he's going with the hand. He's going with the hand, all in. That's what we thought.
Raise.
That's what we thought.
All right, I'm all in.
All right.
I was just showing.
So we're going to be flipping coins.
Yeah, and both players will be sort of happy enough that, or at least Viffer will, that he's drawing.
Well, Viffer will be very happy to see this hand. As we can see, it's a virtual flip.
Right. About one of the worst hands you can expect Laak to end up with there.
Well, yes, but
that's my man.
but at least he's not up against top two a set. At least he's in front. Because, like you say, when Laak makes his over raise, most of the time he has the goods. So he'll be happy to know he's up against the draw.
Okay, you want to run it twice?
Yeah.
You want to run it twice? I've got to know.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
come on.
okay, we're going to run it twice, okay?
And we're running it twice.
Boom. Oh, that doesn't hit my hand.
you know that the way Viffer's running, he's going to win the first and lose the second.
That's a miss, too. Double miss. I'm glad I ran it twice.
Okay,
Come on, let me win the second one.
You guys run it too early.
You cannot miss
It'd
this
be
twice.
very surprising if he misses this.
Free
now.
roll. Free roll. This is a free roll.
Okay, put it under the ice.
Sorry?
Under the ice.
It's a picture.
Under 1 card.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Phil Laak with a chance of getting smoked.
Chop the whole mess.
Wow, if he misses this will be
Wow,
unbelievable.
he's got so many outs.
Oh, it's a chop.
Wow.
Still good. I had to run it twice.
He did it on the very last.
Genius.
Viffer's like, why did I run that twice?
Everything's good.
With what? With the wrong flush draw.
Meanwhile, Kara ready with the eviction notices.
It's that time of the evening again that no one seems to enjoy, but I'm afraid you can't get away from it. It's eviction time. In a few moments, one of these players will be leaving the table, not through choice, but because he's been voted off. 3 players will have immunity this time. We have Sam Trickett and Phil Laak, who've been here for less than 3 hours, and therefore they cannot be up for eviction. And, no surprise, our most aggressive player, also exempt, is Viffer.
Second most. I want to know who was second most.
So please vote now.
No, it's actually quite torturous because everyone sees it. It's exciting. I played one exciting hand. Gives
Live action.
gives life. A mattress.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, your votes have been counted, and I can tell you now. Seat 1, Sam, we know you are safe. Seat 2, you're also safe.
You have to go, did you?
And Isaac, in seat 3, you're safe.
Isaac, the people love you, Isaac. The people love you.
You're so screwed.
I'm screwed. I know who's left. I'm in the bottom
Robert
2.
Williamson.
For sure. I'm in the bottom 2. Damn it, right when I'm ready to go on a
It might be
drinking
you.
bender. Right when I'm ready to go on a drinking bender. This is terrible.
Viffer is safe.
Oh, they did it.
And Phil Laak is safe.
Don't say
So the other player who could be out, it's between Neil Channing and Luke Schwartz.
No rolling is definitely not me. Heads up with Channing.
You already know they love slow roll. They did it once.
The player who is safe is Neil Channing.
What the hell? Oh, it's me.
In the bottom two, Robert Williamson III and Luke Schwartz. Boys, there's been a tie.
Oh, they never.
Bye, Robert.
Well, I don't want it to be me then.
It is revote, right? Or how do you
I've
do
been
it?
more aggressive than him, so surely I'm not out.
You have equal votes between you. It now comes down to who the most aggressive player is at the table. That player will stay.
That's obviously me.
Bye, Robert.
I'll wrestle for it.
And that player is... Luke.
Luke, you were more.
Unfortunately, Robert, we have to say goodbye to you at this time.
Oh my
That
God.
was close, though. You were sweating that. That was such a sweat.
To be honest with you, the game was pretty lively. It was good. People try to play outside of their normal game for TV, and I just kind of keep in perspective. You know, like try to play against the players that are playing too many pots and punish them, and stay away from the ones that aren't playing hardly any pots, and play my hands, and the cards play themselves from there. So it was kind of my general strategy, and I just try to make a lot of adjustments along the way.
Robert Williamson III may well be back, but waiting to take his seat, one of the stars of Big Game 3, Bodo. Welcome back to the Big Game 4. Robert Williamson III has just been voted off the table. One empty seat soon to be filled by Bodo. Nobody is coming on with a better walk-on song than that. He is a poker den hero. Bodo's Brezhny to the table.
I will try to play solid poker at the beginning, but of course I cannot play boring poker, otherwise I will vote off on the table. So of course I will start some moves and maybe I can win some money with it.
Now coming in obviously for £5,000, feels a little short at this table. We'll see how he handles this.
Yeah, but look at Robert Williamson.
Sure.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to bed since yesterday.
Sure. Straddle on seat 3.
I'm an all-nighter.
Right.
That looks tasty. Delicious right there on top. Oh yeah.
Okay. 100.
That's exactly what these guys
Maybe
are thinking.
maybe the jet lag is kicking in.
This corner, this is Iron Man corner here, Channing and Laak. They're going nowhere. As long as the cards will be falling in the chips in the pot pyramid.
Trickett's got
Raise up
a
to 350 total.
raising
Pass.
hand here for sure, ace-jack. Haxton may well defend this with 7-8. I'd imagine he will at least defend.
Oh, sorry, you are not quite.
He will at least call here.
You know, he should really play him live more, Haxton, because he looks like the most unlikely candidate to be a Tiger poker superstar. You know, with those thick rimmed spectacles and the whole thing going on. He's a monster.
Oh, wow, he'll definitely like this flop.
So you check raise, you check call, you lead out.
No, he's got position. Trickett will. He's thinking of c-betting with just ace high, which turns out to be the best hand.
Oh, right you are. Oh, sorry, Isaac was on the straddle, wasn't he?
He's in two minds between.
525.
So Isaac is, I think, will just call.
Just call and then look to take it off him on the turn.
Yeah. Because if the turn's a heart, he can represent the flush.
And Trickett is already thinking he's in trouble here.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, well, now Trickett will be very happy with that turn.
Bingo boingo. But still, you betting here?
I'm probably going to check to induce Haxton to bet, and then. But if I bet here and get raised, I really wouldn't know what to do. This is the problem with betting. Because if you bet here, yeah, you can put yourself in a very tough spot if he raises. But betting isn't too bad either.
1,225.
Now Isaac knows this is a good bluffing card, and he may well still call here. I don't think Isaac's done with this hand just yet. Yeah, he's calling here. And if Sam finds it in him to check the river, he will get a 3,000 bet bluff out of him. But I think Sam is going to value bet a lot of river cards. Which
Axton's got outs, though. That wasn't one of them.
If Sam can check here, which he doesn't know, he will get at least 3,000 out of Haxton.
And I mean, you check because you're saying, listen, more likely to induce a bluff
Yeah.
than to get paid off by a worse hand.
And
right?
also King 9 has got there as well. And what hands do you really want to get paid by? I mean, I guess you're putting Haxton probably on a 9. But is he going to call the river with a 9? Probably not. So it's probably more profitable to check and hope Haxton's missed his straight or flush draw, and it will induce him to bluff. And if you bet and you get raised, then what do you do with your hand?
It feels like a really ropey spot
what
for
do
a
you
bet
do?
here,
It's
right?
very, very tough. This is one of the very marginal spots in No Limit Hold'em. And he has a really awkward stack size as well. If he bets 2,500 and gets shipped for his last 5,000, what are you going to do? I would like to see a check.
Well, he has gone for 2,500. 226 exactly.
What do you do if you get shipped on here? And I wouldn't put it past Haxton to shove. But he's not going to do it. He's not, because he doesn't mind that Haxton, to be honest, because if Trickett checked the river there, he was gonna bet. So in some respects, he's actually happy Trickett's made life a little bit easier for him.
And for Sam Trickett, it's sort of come back to Evansville.
Yeah.
More red than black on this leaderboard. Viffer's lost a whopping 35,000 pounds already. Justin Bonomo's in charge with a 7,600 pound profit. And for Sam Trickett, it's a good start. A big spot for him, but he knows he's got the game to compete.
I've seen a few players come and go that I'd like to have played with, but never got a chance. But still feel like I'm winning the game, so just got to hopefully not fall asleep and try and grind out a profit.
How do I get out of it so I win either way?
It's like you're
going to tell me. They've got 1-0 down. You know, that's
I think there's nothing fairer than when all the losers kind of group together to see who is going to get themselves out of this trap.
300 total.
Well, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? You could try getting on your knees and praying for some.
Okay, so Viffer in the straddle has. Is he re-raised?
Re-raise up
Wow.
800 total.
He's re-raised with a 7-3 of hearts, and we know Phil Laak isn't folding the 5-6 of diamonds. So between them, they've only got 7 high, but
Right, this one of those rare times when the 7 high is massive in the 1,600 pound pot.
Ooh, interesting.
Is that flop crooked or is my eyesight going? You got to tilt your head to the right and the flop gets straight.
Viffer's obviously. Yeah, he's made a continuation bet. With,
what does Viffer need to win this pot?
Wow,
Well,
that's a dream turn card for him.
And he has to bet here?
Yeah, he is always betting this ace of hearts.
2,000.
But that is enticing though for Laak. And he's not afraid to call him just with the 6.
Well, it's all going to come down to the river. Will Viffer hit?
Wow, the backdoor flush. But I don't think Laak's going to be calling this. I mean,
well, it's funny. I mean, Justin Bonomo rules say if you can beat a Viffer bluff, you must call on the river.
Yeah, but I mean this.
6,000 total.
Yeah.
I mean, how polarized is Viffer's range here? Would he have made this bet with an ace?
Yeah, of course. Of course he would. He's making this bet with any ace.
Not with a queen, though.
A queen is a bit more questionable.
Why do I feel
I
like
don't think he would have bet 6,000 with a queen.
Because I'm a fish?
But But Phil Laak's thinking you either have ace king, aces,
9-9-6,
or
ace,
nothing
queen.
really. But he's re-raised out of the blinds and just 3-barreled. I can't see how Laak can make the call here.
He said, why do I think I'm winning?
What do you want me to do, Viv?
Is it because I'm a fish?
I'm either winning or losing.
It's true.
I need help.
I can't see Laak calling this.
Give him something, Viv. Give him something to work with. More than the eyebrows.
Just.
I can beat king high. I can.
Nah, he's not calling.
I'm crushing king high.
Nah, I'd be very surprised if he could.
I mean,
yeah, I see. He's even said that their hearts have got there.
Show me the bluff, kid. Show it to me. Come on, please show it to me. Please, you know Craig.
You could see one card.
The one closest to Isaac, of course. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This will
Turn
be
it over,
funny when he
Isaac.
sees
Turn it
it.
over.
This will be very funny.
Bill Sean, what is it?
7 of hearts.
Blinding.
7 of hearts.
That's really going to play on his mind.
That means nothing. Could have been a 7-8.
Oh. Biffer is on hypo-aggro ballisto mode, if there's a gear for that. And Channing is in old school talk him into calling. All crazy. It's a great game. If I went all in, you might have had to fold.
Luke sort of said on the break, Andrew, that he's feeling a little tired, but, you know, that's the way things go, isn't it?
It's not that. I can't afford it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll try and stick at it, but he'll probably need to get some sleep soon and be back on Tuesday.
Yeah, who's going to take this game through for the next 24 hours?
Well, these two are yet to collide, and
Call.
just a call with ace-jack. That's a lot of respect. Wow, and Biffer now has the hand, which is in the dream spot where it looks like he's squeezing. And Isaac Haxton, I would be astonished if he folds. It's whether he 3-bets or just calls. Bonomo's folded the ace-5 of clubs. This is a spot where, yeah, he's just calling. and if the case ace drops, that's the end of Isaac, I think.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of play after the flop here, especially if they both miss, right?
Yeah. This isn't. He's not going to give up, and he will fight at this pot.
Right now, Haxton putting Biffer's range on everything.
Oh, anything. Absolutely anything. From aces to deuce 3 off.
6, 9, 6.
Now, they'll both like this flop. This will probably be a... Oh, he's checked.
Check.
Yeah. Oh, now he'll check behind. Yeah.
Check.
He's hoping his ace is winning. So there's a lot of split ways. And
10.
Let's probably go check again. 10 is not a good card.
Check.
I think Isaac's going to check.
Check.
Both of these guys got enough showdown value to take it all the way.
Wow. And this will probably be check.
Ace king.
You got me.
And he'll be very happy there.
Ace king goot.
He'll be very happy to only lose 1250.
I had the same hand against Phil.
He could have lost a lot more money. And to be honest, I wouldn't have blamed him against Viffer. Because how often does Viffer have the ace king when he's 3-bet?
She didn't talk a lot about the things you say during sex.
Hardly at all. I mean, not much. It's only like
Raise
30,
up to
40 minutes.
300. Re-raise up to 1,020.
Yeah, see, Luke's really opened up his game now. He's re-raising Viffer now with 2 marginal hands, and there is no way.
Might be time for the 4-bet, right? Or
I don't think Viffer's going to 4-bet, but there's absolutely no way he's ever folding this hand. I don't think he's going to 4-bet.
He's kind of.
He'll love this spot.
It's too good a hand to 4-bet in a sense.
He's dying to see a flop. Well,
I knew I should have voted you off.
He's just that means he's just calling. Yeah.
Now I'll just take you off.
But this hand flops too well not to see to risk not seeing a flop with.
Well, this is a hand Viffer's just never. It's got a lot of drawing potentials. Wow. Well, this could be if the king comes on the turn. If the king comes on the turn, we could be seeing a 50,000 pot.
Oh, we haven't got to the turn yet. This pot could get big before the turn.
No. Viff is just calling. Viffer isn't raising. He's not stupid to raise.
Why? Because if he raises, he chances getting blown off?
Well, what you can't raise this bet. You just can't. You want to see a turn card. And like you say, if he raises, he could end up having to be faced with a decision for all his stat. But then again, this is Viffer, and he is capable of it. But I don't think I think he'll just peel one off.
And that's what you do here?
Yeah, definitely. You know, if the turn brings you a diamond, then you're definitely going with your hand on the turn. But if you raise, you can put yourself in a very tough spot if you get 3-bet.
Well, he has gone for the call. Do you think he might ever lead out on the turn here if he misses?
If the turn's a diamond, he might lead out. The turns. Wow, this is all going in.
You called it.
This is all going in now.
You called it.
He's gonna check. He's gonna check. Luke's gonna bet. Viff is raising. We're gonna be seeing the largest pot of the night. And to be fair to Luke, he can't really get away from this hand against Viffer. This is all going in.
Looks like Viffer. Is he considering?
I think he's going to check because his hand is so strong now. He's got a royal flush draw with the nuts. Luke's going to bet. He's going to feel so confident with his hand. He's going to bet 4,200, I imagine.
4,800.
4-8. Viffer's probably going to make this about 12, and Luke will ship. There's no way he's folding top two pairs here.
These guys are pretty deep. Viffer,
once
he calls this 4, there's still about 13 back.
Yeah, he's raised.
We raise up to 12,000.
All in. I can't ever see Luke folding this. Here we go.
And Luke is going to find out that he is drawing to 4 cards.
We probably free roll if we do.
What? That's a little. I don't. That wasn't the nicest thing to have said.
I call.
That's a pretty cold deck for Luke.
Absolute cooler.
He's got 4 outs though, so it's not totally over.
Yeah, sick as a brick.
He's running it twice.
They're going to run it twice.
So that's the first time.
Yeah, they're going to have it run it one more time. Schwartz has only got 4 outs.
There's nothing you can really ever do it, especially against David Pete.
No, it's done. It's 6.
Oops.
6 is good. Sorry about that.
Oops.
It's a brutal turn.
It's just one of these things in poker where, you know, in a re-raise pot, the king was a killer card.
What can I do?
Completely cooled off.
Yeah.
Frozen out. And Luke.
I don't know if I have you covered.
Now stuck fairly.
14.
Massively. Viffer's going to be. Is Viffer going to be winner in this game? I think he is.
Yeah,
He's going broke on every turn as well. That's how sick it is. It's like check raising every turn all in. And I'm snapping off.
Luke Schwartz feeling the pressure. Viffer stepping up the gear at the Les Ambassadors Casino in the heart of London in the big Game 4. Welcome back to the big Game 4. The tables have really started to turn. Luke Schwartz hits the bottom of the board, over 30K down. Viffer, while not in profit yet, has turned his game around and is now just 8K away from being in the black. Bonomo still leads the way with a profit of over 6K. So it's Schwartz who now needs the extra cash. He's topped himself up to the tune of 15,000 pounds.
I don't know, I like mine.
Pay 100 to go.
No, but you got class.
Call. Call.
All right.
100. Folds. Folds. Call.
So we have Channing limping under the gun with the 8s. That's brought Laak in with the king-4 of spades.
Cool.
Haxton in with the 9-4 of clubs. Bodo in with the 6s.
Folds. Anyways.
And Luke with the queen-3 of spades.
And
if
passing up.
Yeah, that's. I think he just wants
Definitely
wants in the
doing
toilet. But if spades come here, I think we could be seeing the end of Luke.
Yeah, that would certainly be trouble.
Oh, this is a piece for everyone, really. Bodo has quite a nice overpair on this flop. Laak has the open-ended. And at the moment, Channing's in front with the real overpair.
400 to play.
And it's quite funny that
Cool.
Schwartz is betting out with just second pair.
Yeah, you could have seen
Wow.
nearly anybody betting this, huh?
And we also have
That's fun.
Haxton's in and Bodo. I mean, Bodo with his stack, he could easily just ship here.
Well, Andrew, I mean, with all these players calling, I think we're still 5 ways.
I might just ship with Bodo's hand. I seriously might ship. Yes, he's doing it. He's doing exactly that.
And it's the right play.
3,200.
Yeah, yes, I think it is, but I think Channing's going to call. I think Channing's calling. I think he's in a tough spot here. Wow, he's folded. Channing's folded. Channing's folded the best hand, but I think Laak might wanna.
Yes, yes. So it's 400.
Laak has the open-ended with an overcard and the backdoor flush draw.
Okay,
I mean, you know, what do you think Bodo would shove with?
2 pairs, and draws. Obviously the flop straight.
So it's 20, I can't, 28 or something?
I think Laak's calling.
Getting a fairly nice price.
He's getting...
But if he's drawing really thin.
Well, he's only drawing really thin against 4-6.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what he only doesn't want to see a straight. And now Haxton will get out of the way.
3-4 or 4-5.
3-5. Hey, 2 times Bodo or 1 time? What do you want? 2 times or 1? Oh, hold on a sec, dealer. Your choice. 2 times!
Yeah, this is before they've seen the
tournament
cards.
director, we're going to run it 2 times. We just want to clear that with the man.
As we see,
Okay,
Laak
2
is
times. I'm on a draw,
35%.
obviously.
3-4 or 4-5.
I have a 4.
2-time Friday.
So that's...
so far, Bodo good.
Yep.
Needs the ace, the 6, the king. Bodo will win the first one.
Yep.
Laak has another chance. He left the king would be a nice card for him to catch.
I have a feeling a king's on its way. Wow.
All right,
another
10 of
10.
spades.
I got a feeling a king's coming. Wow! I've never seen that before.
That's
I
weird.
got quads.
10, 10,
no, I have
10,
king
10.
high.
Bodo gets it around both ends, and now Robert Williamson left that seat. Bodo coming back in with the 5 grand. He's following in Robert Williams' footsteps since.
Don't worry about it. I'll double up the small stacks. Just come to Philly boy.
And the news on the floor. You'd walk a mile for a Chesterfield, but swim an ocean for a poker news pot. And that's coming up now.
100 to play.
And the Chesterfield. I don't know if they've announced for these players yet. It might be the pot after this, the poker news pot.
100.
I think Isaac will come in for a raise here.
Cool.
Oh, he's just called. Bodo with Queen Jack. He's gonna probably just call.
Bacon sandwich orders are.
Or raise. You could see he was in 2 minds. Viffa with the 10-4 hearts and position.
Cool, 100.
Just calls. Luke with 4 deuce.
Cool.
Calls. Channing with an ace. Wow.
Okay, raise.
Is this a party pot?
Raise to 2.8.
Oh, it is.
2,800.
Oh, this is
the poker news pot. It is, and that's why Channing is raised. It's amazing what these guys do to win £1,000.
Oh wow! And Phil Laak with a queen 6 has come straight back at him.
It's insane. It happens every time.
Sorry, Phil.
5-1.
Happens every time.
I just lose $1,000.
Phil, he's been at the table for like 2 minutes. How many nuts?
Forget about this.
What's that? I like that. Why did I get that?
You know why. Phil, you gotta turn the hand over to get it though.
I don't think he is.
Winner of the first poker news pot of his session, Phil Laak.
And you can see Channing does not look too happy. He's risked £2,800 to pick up £1,000, and he's ended up getting raised by queen 6 of Phil Laak.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you use your nit.
And Haxton. Is he standing?
No,
is he walking? Is he bagging? Bag and tag him. Put him on a cold board and push him in the mausoleum. Haxton's done.
It was a tough game. People were splashing around in the first few hours. There were a lot of big pots early, but everybody was playing pretty well from there on out. I didn't really get a lot of hands, didn't really find myself in the last spots to make any big moves, or, I mean, almost never had a hand I could value bet.
The movement on the board makes for pleasant reading if you're Bodo. He doubles up with a big hand against Laak. He was feeling the pressure, now he's well and truly in the black. Pressure still being felt by Schwartz. Haxton and Williamson, the men, heading for the door, but there's always a cue waiting to test themselves in the big game. Next time, Dan Fleischman attempts to crack this table with his own strategy.
So my personality at the table is considered like the business guy that's kind of tight, and he does some bad moves and bad calls. So what I want to do is use that against everybody and try to re-raise them in certain hands where they just think I have to have the best hand.
Fleischman set to test himself against the likes of Viffer, Laak, Schwartz, and Trickett in the Party Poker Big Game 4 at the Les Ambassadors Casino in London.